I once again went on the prowl for a mod to cover this week, and this time I was ready for something a little bit spooky again. It's been a while since I've covered a scary mod after all, the last time being Raising the Bar Salvation, I suppose. And the spooky mod that I found this time is a prison, zombies, computers, codes, keys, and much more. The prison even has its own main theme. Huh, how about that? The mod is called Prisoner, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Roll that intro.
LambdaGeneration.
Prisoner is a mod for Half-Life 2 Episode 2 that was released on the 24th of June this year, or literally last Monday. Yeah, I was quick with this one for a change. It was developed by the Evacuation dev team. You know, the same team that made Evacuation a year prior. I made a video on that one too, by the way. You should watch it. It was pretty darn good. And it's specifically developed by a member of that team named Radek Kamatinov, aka H2X. And as the title suggests, it takes place inside of a prison. How did you get there? What did you do to deserve prison time? Why is everyone gone? And why is the prison haunted now? These are questions that, spoiler alert, you don't really get answers to. Your goal is obviously to escape the prison and to get a taste of freedom again, but you can't simply just walk out the front door. You have to find a way out by doing puzzles, finding key codes, using tools, and fighting zombies and other critters in your way. The mod claims on its ModDB page that the devs were inspired by other mods and games like Nightmare House 2, Silent Hill Alchemilla, and Resident Evil. This will probably give you an idea on what you're about to get yourself into when you decide to play this mod. As for this mod's history, there really isn't much to go on here. An announcement was made on the ModDB page back in 2022 about the mod's existence, and alongside that post, a demo was released as well. Then an update for that demo was released alongside a changelog article, and then this year, the mod finally released with a small article celebrating it. There really isn't that much in these articles to talk about that I haven't already explained in this video, maybe except for these screenshots that were posted alongside them. Pretty much what you can expect in the game. Anyway, I think it's best we go into the main section of this video. What do I think of this mod? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, I'm about to tell you. But before I tell you about the mod, let me tell you about this new competition we got going on right now. It's called the Share Your Setup Contest. The title kind of already says it all. We at LambdaGeneration are curious about what your perspective is when you browse our site. And the best way to kill that curiosity is by having you send us pictures of your setup over on our site with the hashtag ShareYourSetup2024. Show us your super cool, wacky, or completely normal setups, and maybe even a little bit of your super awesome collection of cool stuff and get the chance to win a $10 Steam gift card. Who doesn't want that? Before you post, though, make sure you read our post about the competition on our website and read the rules. A link to the post is down in the description below. After that, clean up your desk and take those pictures. You have until Tuesday, July 2nd to participate. Just a heads up, a new version of Prisoner was released while I'm making this video. So the footage that you're about to watch and my opinions are based upon the release version that I played. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to re-record my gameplay footage, so keep in mind that some things may have changed in the current version of Prisoner. Let's start by talking about the gameplay first, because Prisoner isn't exactly your standard Half-Life 2 experience. You have guns to shoot with, yeah, but you don't do a heck of a lot of it, at least not in the first 3/4 of the mod. The mod relies a little bit more on finding keys and objects in the environment to help you progress. You can find stuff like actual keys, power tools, and more. And those objects are stored in your brand new inventory system. When you press tab, you will see all the items that you're currently carrying. And you can only carry about 4 items at a time. Don't worry though, this is more than enough space. One of the items already taking up a slot in your inventory are your bandages that you've picked up throughout the mod. They do stack, so that's pretty nice. So when you're low on health, which you can find right underneath your inventory slots, you can heal yourself right back up by clicking on the bandages here. Not only will you use objects throughout the environment to help you progress, but computers and locks are also key elements in this. Sometimes you have to directly interface with a computer in order to unlock doors or activate something in the environment to help you solve a puzzle. For example, you have to insert codes into locks while zombies are creeping close to you, and there are more scenarios like that. I really like this sort of thing, in moderation. Luckily, this mod does know pretty well how to pace itself when it comes to stuff like this. When you're not solving puzzles or unlocking things, you're shooting guns to kill zombies. These enemies are mostly nothing special, except for some zombies that have explosive barrels attached to them, which is pretty neat. And there's one enemy that I'm not spoiling here. You know what's weird? The poisonous headcrab zombie isn't even used here. I know, it's quite baffling. It would have been perfect for an environment like this. And you fight those enemies with weapons that you find randomly throughout the mod. You start with a pipe wrench. Adrian Shepard enjoyers probably perked up just now. And you later get a pistol to keep those zombies at range. And that will be it for a little while. Maybe except for the flares that you can throw around at a certain point. Closer to the end of the mod though, you get a shotgun. And oh boy, do you get to use that thing. It was honestly pretty freeing to have a strong weapon like that after playing through most of the mod with a pistol and only a little bit of ammo for it. And yes, eventually you do get a flashlight. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that you play a large chunk of the mod without a flashlight. It's mostly doable though. I didn't feel like the game was too dark most of the time. And honestly, that's kind of it for the gameplay. It's pretty good, it's well paced, you always have just enough bandages and ammo laying around, and it's overall an enjoyable experience. And yeah, it did get me a couple times with its atmosphere, and yeah, there are a couple jump scares as well, so beware. Graphically, the mod looks pretty alright. The lighting and custom texture work is really what makes the visuals the strongest here, and it gives the game exactly the right vibes. And that, paired with the atmospheric sounds, make you be on your toes almost the entire time. Anything can happen at any moment. The overall detail and world geometry can be a little bit lacking sometimes though. It's definitely not the most detailed looking mod out there, but I really do think that the lighting does a good job masking that in a lot of cases. And it definitely doesn't distract from the gameplay or atmosphere or anything. Overall, I think that Prisoner is a pretty good mod to play if you're aching for something a little scary. It won't knock you out of your chair or anything with its creepiness, but it does the job. It also won't last you a very long time either, clocking in at around an hour of playtime for me. So consider this a little snack to play when you have some time to kill. You can download Prisoner now by clicking the link down below. And that's all I have to say about Prisoner. What do you think? Are you interested in escaping this dark and dreary prison with mystery? Or would you rather pass? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, why not subscribe to the channel and give this video a like? It helps me sleep well at night knowing that you guys like my videos. Oh, and you might want to keep an eye on the channel this coming Monday. There will be a pretty big announcement that day about the future of this channel. So, stay tuned.
LambdaGeneration.